The vending machine in my office gave me a snack I never bought because I had lost it 17 years ago. I work in an old office building downtown. Nothing special. 20 floors of offices, a parking garage underneath, and a vending machine in the basement that everyone hated. It was ancient. The buttons were faded. The screen sometimes went completely black, and half the time it took your money without giving you anything. Nobody used it anymore, except me. One night, I stayed late finishing some work. Around 11:40 p.m., I went downstairs looking for something to eat. The vending machine was glowing in the dark hallway. I inserted some money, pressed B7. The machine made a strange grinding sound. Then something dropped. I reached inside. It wasn't a snack. It was a small red plastic toy car. I froze. I knew that car. I hadn't seen it in 17 years. It belonged to my little brother. He had disappeared when we were children. We searched everywhere. His room, the neighborhood, the nearby woods. Nothing. The toy car had been his favorite. I remembered him carrying it everywhere. And I remembered the exact scratch across the roof. The same scratch was on the toy sitting in my hand. I thought someone had found an old photograph or something and was playing a cruel joke. I threw the toy in the trash. Then I went home. The next night, I found it on my desk. The red car. I hadn't brought it home. At least, I didn't think I had. I threw it away again. The following morning, it was back. This time, there was a tiny piece of paper underneath it. 4 words were written on the paper. You forgot the other one. I couldn't stop thinking about it. That evening, I returned to the basement. The vending machine was still there. I stared at it for several minutes. Then I inserted a coin. I pressed B7 again. The machine hummed. Something dropped. A small blue marble. My brother had owned that too. I remembered it clearly. He used to call it his magic eye. I picked it up. Another piece of paper appeared. One more. I pressed B7 again. Nothing happened. I tried again. Nothing. Then the machine's screen flickered. The usual price display disappeared. 3 numbers appeared instead. 17-04-09. My brother disappeared on April 9th, 17 years ago. My hands started shaking. I unplugged the machine. The screen stayed on. Then a new message appeared. You left me something. I couldn't breathe. I didn't understand. What had I left him? I searched through old family boxes when I got home. Photographs, school papers, old toys, birthday cards. Then I found something. A photograph of my brother and me. We were standing in front of the house. He was holding the red car. I was holding the blue marble. But something was strange. There was a third object between us. A small silver key. I didn't remember it. I turned the photograph over. Written on the back was a sentence in my handwriting. Don't tell Mom about the basement. I stared at it for almost a minute. There had never been a basement in our house. At least, not one I remembered. I called my father. He was silent when I mentioned the photograph. Then he asked me one question. Where did you find that? I told him. He hung up. He never called back. The next evening, I returned to the office. The vending machine was gone. Completely gone. There was only an empty space against the wall. I thought maybe the building manager had finally removed it. Then I noticed something behind the machine's old location. A door. I had never seen it before. There was no handle, only a small metal slot, the same size as the silver key in the photograph. I stood there for several seconds. Then I reached into my pocket. I had brought the photograph with me. And somehow, the silver key was inside my pocket. I don't remember taking it. I inserted it. The door opened. Behind it was a narrow staircase. It went down, and down, and down. The air smelled old. At the bottom was a small room. There was a wooden table, 2 chairs, and an old tape recorder. I pressed play. Static filled the room. Then I heard a child's voice. My brother. He sounded exactly as I remembered him. He whispered, "You said we'd come back tomorrow." I started crying. Then his voice continued, "But you forgot." The tape clicked. A different voice began speaking. Mine. But I was a child. I heard myself say, "We can't tell anyone. Dad said we're never supposed to come down here." The recording stopped. I stood completely still. Then something moved behind me. I turned. There was no one there, but on the table, 2 vending machine buttons had been placed side by side, B7 and B8. I pressed B8. The room went dark. The vending machine appeared in front of me, but this time, it wasn't the old machine. It looked brand new. Its screen displayed one message. "What did you lose?" I couldn't speak. Then the screen changed. You. The lights came back on. I was standing in the basement of my office building. The door behind me was gone. The vending machine was back where it had always been. And on the floor was the red toy car. Beside it was the blue marble. And next to them, a photograph. I picked it up. It showed my family standing outside our old house. My brother was there, my parents were there, and I was there. But behind us, standing in the upstairs window, was another version of me, older, watching us. On the back of the photograph were 6 words. "You were never the one who left." I haven't returned to work since, but yesterday, someone left a package outside my apartment. Inside was the vending machine red car, and a note. This time, the handwriting wasn't mine. It was my brother's. It said, "I found the way back." Then beneath it, "Now I'm coming to get you." So, tell me, if an ordinary vending machine gave you something you'd lost years ago, would you press the button again to find out what else it remembered?